Hey there everyone, KT here. Today I wanted to do a bit of a save file tour on my English Pokemon Emerald. There's not much to show off on the other save files. I guess Ruby, we have a pretty high battle streak, but for those that were curious, right now my current streak, we've made it up to 147. So you have a pretty big playtime. What should we start with? Probably this, because this is the least interest. It's cool, but like there's nothing to really say about this. Check it out. Found a shiny Machoke when I was in the frontier. Unfortunately, the glitch to keep it does not work in Emerald, so this Machoke had to perish. Very unfortunate. I don't even remember the rest of this replay. Is a Shelgon? I got a feeling that dies to Dragon Claw. You can look at the trainer card. I don't have a whole lot to show off. I don't have a perfect, wow, 512, no, 112 trades, 520 battle points. That's a lot. How much do I have access to? Yeah, I must have spent some. I got these symbols. I've never really grinded the frontier. I always just kind of mess around here. I've never been like on the hustle trying to get every gold. I usually just go in for a little bit and realize the AI is a little bit cheap and a little annoying. But I will get them. Don't you worry about that. What's in? Yeah, let's go to the PC. Oh, we can show this off. This is crazy. So I know there's a glitch in Emerald. I use this glitch for Pokeballs exclusively. I've never cloned TMs, I've never cloned vitamins, I've never cloned anything else except like as an accident, like a Pokemon was holding an Oranberry when I cloned him. The only one I do it for is Pokeballs. So this is all legitimate. I have been hoarding items across multiple files. We got quite a lot of Bright Powders. 15 King's Rocks, good grief. So the only one here that looks really suspicious is this guy, the 62 light balls. I can explain this. I'm not a hacker, I promise. There's a event distribution ROM I have on my Game Boy Advance flash cart, and it gives off the Surfing Pikachu, which was like an event. I don't know when it happened. Some point. It was Japan only. We didn't get it in the West, but the Surf Pikachu holds a light ball. And I did the event to get 2 boxes worth, just praying, like, maybe I'll get one with good stats, maybe I'll get one that's halfway decent, and no luck. So I took all of the light balls with the plan to sell them, and they sell for nothing. So I thought it would just be funnier to keep them in the inventory, because, like, this is hilarious. 62 light balls? What on earth? This is a normal save file. There's nothing weird. This is what playing Gen 3 for a lot of years does to you. You hold on to the metal powder, the really good item. Yeah, mailbox. I got a letter for myself. What did I write? Magnemite. Hell yeah. So we could do this, but I'm a little afraid we're gonna see some dead Pokemon in here. So back in, November 2024, my Pokemon box data got corrupted. Well, my GameCube memory card got corrupted. And with that, my Pokemon box data. So I think we're gonna see, yeah, Cell. He's no more. This shiny Mewtwo I have yet to reclaim. There's some other ones in here that annoy me too. Yeah, this trio. This Blaziken had awesome IVs, this Tar had awesome IVs, and this Milo had awesome stats. Just these 3. All the 50s survived, all the 100s were canned though. So that's unfortunate. I don't see anything else in here crazy. What on earth was this? What was I doing here? Yeah, this is a plain save file. There's nothing weird about this. I'm a regular Gen 3 gamer, not a psycho. This is how playing the game. What on earth? Wow. Oh yeah, that Jirachi is gone too. He had good stats. Yeah, my Electabuzz, my Charizard, man. Have Doduo at level 37. What the hell was I doing? And this is the team I beat the game with, apparently. Wow. This save file is quite old. I don't remember all that stuff. But here's what everyone's here for, is the actual Pokemon I have. Like, who the hell cares about that? These are, like, mostly utility guys. This is Cute Charm. This guy is, like, Surf and Waterfall or whatever. Smeargle is really good for certain encounters. These guys all, I believe, they're very neutered, that they don't have attacking moves. So one trick I like to do, I want to make a video on EV training, but one trick I like to do is you go into that one cave with Ditto, and you throw out whatever Pokemon he transforms into. When you KO it, you get the EVs of that. So Exploud here, he's a 3 HP guy. So when I KO him, I'll get 3, but as you see, if I have Pokerus, that turns into 6, and if you have the Macho Brace, that's 12. And it's just a harmless Exploud. He can't actually hurt me. So I think all these guys, except Aggron has Earthquake, all these guys have, they give off 3 EVs. So that's a very fun way to EV train. These guys are all 100. That's for specifically pickup. One like very fun autopilot thing I like to do is you just go to the grass and KO low-level Pokemon, and you'll roll these high-level pickups. So that's how you can get a bunch of Earthquakes and leftovers and all that. These guys hand out good stuff. Alright, the EV trained fellas, the whole gang. This is a normal amount of Latios. You should have more than one. I have 3. These guys are set up in a mostly chronological order. I think they're a little bit out of order, but I started with Kabutops just because I think he's cool. I'm not going to go over the IVs and EVs of every single guy because this video will take forever, and I do want to kind of speed through it because I don't want it to be too boring, but some of the movesets may seem a little bit weird, so... and I know that my IVs are generally not perfect. I usually will settle with like a 29 or a 26 in the off stat. Like it's, say this guy, I don't know what his stats are. I think that's perfect attack. I know this Gyarados is perfect attack. So I will settle at times, but yeah, if somebody wants me to go like more in depth on specific teams here, well, I guess this is the place to do it though. Well, I know this guy is weird, Jolteon. What the hell am I doing with Mimic? Well, my idea with this is that Jolt, if you KO something, let's say you're a Skarmory and a Charizard just kills you with a Flamethrower. So now you get to switch in as Jolteon. Because Jolteon is so fast, Mimic can immediately steal their move. It's super unlikely that you're going to get outsped. So Mimic is, and unfortunately, like Jolt he's kind of hurting for moves without hidden power. So that was my idea, was to give him Mimic. It was just like a fun way to steal the opponent's move. Electabuzz here, he gets a lot of cool moves. Yeah, he's a Rain Dance. He was supposed to be a partner for Kabutops. But it turns out one Earthquake kind of takes out both Kabutops and Electabuzz, so they don't work super well. This Metagross is pretty good. I think he has 29 in attack, but he's Brave Nature, which is pretty good. That's generally what you want, is high attack, and you don't really care about his speed being low. This Tauros, I think, is perfect attack, perfect speed, and he's adamant. I love this guy to death. He's done a lot of damage in the tower and in the Frontier. This Tauros is very good. Highly recommend if you want a doubles team, but he's really good just in singles, too. Gengar. I don't remember you too well. I know, yeah, you're kind of like a tricky moveset. Thief is really fun to use because you can take the opponent's Bright Powder or take one of their berries or something. And Will-O-Wisp is good, but I don't think that's very good in PvE. That's like a way better move in Gen 3 OU or playing like your friends or something. Will-O-Wisp is not that good for single player. Here we have Latios. This one's from Southern Island. So this Latios I reset for. He's got Lumberry. I don't know if that's perfect special attack or speed or whatever. Is that speed? I know my Zapdos is speed. What's Zapdos at? 152. Whatever it is. I must have settled on a 30, but that's this Latios. He's generally pretty good. Kind of a generic set. But real quick, there's this Latios. This one I stole from the Battle Tower, so he actually has perfect stats. And Jolly Nature, which is not awesome. You would want him to have high special attack, not down special attack, but I'm not going to complain about a perfect guy. I have no idea what I was going for with this moveset. And then this Latios was a gift, as was this guy. So when a friend of mine told me he got a Raikou that's really good in Colosseum, that he wanted to give it to me as a gift, I made this Misdreavus as a partner for the 2 in doubles. So what we do is we skill swap, so now we have a floating Raikou. He's modest. I don't remember what his stats are. I really don't care if they're perfect. It was a gift from a friend of mine, and that's way cooler than worrying about if the stats are perfect or whatever. But his hidden power is ice, which is just awesome. He's not level 100 or not past the threshold for Crunch. Crunch is the other good special attack move he can have, but Quick Attack comes in more often than you think. But yeah, this Miss Drevis, she's just not useful on her own. She can't do any damage, but as a doubles partner for a Raikou, actually pretty good. And Screech is really nice to soften up anyone for a follow-up physical attacker. Here's Poliwrath. You guys have probably seen Poliwrath before. At one point I considered Shell Bell, but this Poliwrath I made for a shiny hunt. It was for Sky Pillar. In Sky Pillar you can run into Claydol, and Claydol can blow up. So I wanted something that could stop that and could resist it. Could just hang out with Claydol, because Claydol also has Ancient Power, and he has Hyper Beam, and I think his last move is Sandstorm. So I need something that can just hang out with Claydol while I try and catch it. So I went with a different moveset for that guy, but at level 50 I just kept this Poliwrath because he has max bulk, and he's a lot of fun to just throw on the teams. And as you've seen in the Ruby video, he's actually pretty good. He does put in work. Here we have Skarm. Not a whole lot to say. I don't even think this Skarm is that great of stats, but Skarm has like a very specific role. He's unkillable at times, and yeah, not a lot to say about him. Snorlax is really good. This one has really good stats. I don't remember the IVs. I know that's perfect special attack, and that's really high attack and HP and all that. No, he's got a perfect specialty, excuse me. He's got perfect special defense. He's got decent everything else, but yeah, he's a curse set. This is absolutely my favorite Snorlax to use, is the curse set. Oh geez, and the other sponge of Gen 3. Yeah, so this is the other partner I'm using in the tower, is Blissey. I probably should just put the IVs on screen if I can find them for some of these guys, because I did screenshot a lot of them. But the thing is, a lot of these are like old, like the Kabutops. I have no idea what that is. That's a pretty old Kabutops. And Zapdos. We got the whole team here. Zapdos is my third member. Very good. We have this Charizard. He kind of sucks. It's the Pitaya Berry substitute set, but I think I settled on like a 26 on special attack, so he just misses a lot of ranges, which is very unfortunate. I actually have a better Charmander I need to raise, but I haven't gotten around to raising him yet. Good set though. I would strongly suggest this set if you're thinking of a Charizard. Give him Pitaya Berry, you get him to sub down to Blaze and Pitaya range, and now his fire move does 1,000,000 damage. Sort of the same deal with this Arrow, actually. Arrow kind of plays the same game. He isn't perfect speed, or he isn't max speed because he's not a max speed nature, he's adamant. But the Choice Band set, if you're adamant, is pretty good, but I just copied the substitute set. I think I messed up the HP though. I think you need to be divisible by 4 to do it at not 1 HP. So I have to go all the way down to 1 HP, which is a little scary. This Starmie is not an offensive one, it's a defensive one with Recover and Toxic to just hopefully stall out stuff. Not a whole lot to say about it. I like it a lot. I really should use him more often. This Houndoom is pretty funny. He's got the worst ability. Not what you want to see. You want to see Flash Fire. But he's got White Herb and he's got Thief and Overheat. So the idea is you go in and you overheat and then you burn your White Herb and then you Thief something. But the truth is that Houndoom doesn't really get to live for 3 turns very often. This scenario doesn't get to come up that often. Houndoom usually will be dead because he is super squishy. But very funny. I like this guy a lot. Alright, so we got these 3. So these 3 were a gift from a friend of mine. The same guy. After my memory card had got wiped, I was going to restart one of my games, and I'd offered him if he wanted to restart the other. So I think I had Sapphire and he had Ruby for my English copy, because I'm not going to torture him and say play the Japanese one. And then when he was done, he just said, yeah, these are 3 guys I like EV trained while I played through the game. So very cool. This, the Flygon, it's the special attack set, which is not what you'd expect. But, yeah, it was really sick. This Slacking is actually really good. He's not perfect speed, but he's like awesome attack and awesome HP. Very good set. And then I don't know. What do you even say about Shiftry? He grinded all the way up to Explosion, which I really love. Yeah, he's Sunny Beam and he's got extra Sentry. He can do some damage. Here we have Swampert, one of the best guys of Generation 3. I know this one's stats aren't perfect, but they're like just generally really good, and for Swampert it doesn't matter. You can kind of roll with just generally good, because Swampert's like sort of an all-rounder. He kind of values all of his stats more so than like Slacking, for example. Doesn't really value special attack if you're not going to run a special attack, where Swampert kind of needs everything. He needs to have a lot of special defense. He needs a special attack that's good. He needs a physical attack that's good. He needs his HP to be good. Speed is really the only thing he can drop. So this set's pretty fun. This is very good. Refresh is a lot of fun with Swampert. Here we have this Scyther, which I like a whole lot. I don't remember what I settled on. I know he's not perfect, but I think that speed is perfect. And he's a weird speed tier where he's faster than all the base 100s. He's at 105 speed, which is very cool. Oh yeah, and he's got these cool egg moves. And then we got the two Latioses. So these are my crew, my non-shiny EV trained fellas. Like I said, I'm sure if I did just go on the grind, like putting together any team of Tauros and Blissey and Slacking or Aerodactyl or even Jolt and Metagross, like I'm certain I could grind out and just get all the medals. I just haven't felt as compelled to. But I do think that this crew is very capable. But these guys absolutely could. So then here we have the next thing everyone's excited for. These are the shiny EV train fellas. This Swampert, this is Swampert by the way. This is not Kyogre if you thought it was. This Kyogre, I got pretty lucky. I got Modest and he has a 26 in special attack. Just the beauty. This guy is really good. I wish he was legal in the Frontier, but unfortunately he's banned. This Latias honestly kind of blows, like pretty bad stats, and she's brave, but you know, what can you do? Wish and Calm Mind can get a lot of results, even with the less than ideal nature. This Snorlax is really cool, actually. He's got pretty good attack, and he's got Thick Fat, which is the ability, excuse me, that I prefer in single player. When playing multiplayer, I definitely prefer Immunity. Because without immunity, you can lose the Skarm 1v1, but with Thick Fat, he just gets to resist a whole lot of moves. It's very nice. Very good. This Gengar is really busted. So this Gengar, and this Haunter, and this Gengar, and a couple other fellas that we'll see later, all of these I found, you see they're in a Lost Cave. I was shiny hunting for Misdreavus, who is a mere 20%. And in doing that, I think I went to phase 11 or phase 12. I found so many Haunters and Ghastly that all have like really good stats. Like this guy has perfect speed and I think a 26 in special attack. This Gengar just kicks ass. He's super fun to use. This Haunter I haven't trained. I remember he has pretty good stats all around, but I don't remember what they are, which is why I haven't bothered to give him EVs or moves or anything. And this Gengar's almost the exact same deal. He has like good bulk and perfect speed, but a speed nature, so he actually reaches all the way up to 170. I tried to do the Perish Trap set and like use Curse as an equivalent, but this one just doesn't work very well. I mostly rely on Destiny Bond to get any KOs, and it's not great. But it's very cool to be able to have that set as an option. Here we have Avex, the shiny Caesar. Very cool. Unfortunately, he's not a great nature, and his stats are nothing to write home about, and his moveset is not great, but damn, he looks cool. Doesn't he look sick? He looks cool. But yeah, the moveset's not great. We'd go for Salak and Dirk, because I think that's the best you can hope for. Here we have a Donphan, who I think he's got Rapid Spin. I wouldn't normally put this on him, because his spikes don't ever come up in single player. It's really just against other players that spikes are a thing. But I got this during a Safari Week of this year, so I was very excited, very cool. I really do like the shiny Donphan. It's an awesome sprite. Look at his little animation. Look at that. Here we have Arbok. This guy kind of blows. He has pretty good speed. He has a halfway decent attack, but he's just so squishy. He just dies immediately. His best trait isn't anything like that. It's not one of his moves. It's the fact that he has Intimidate. Being able to just lower the enemy's attack is absolutely his best trait. He's not very good outside of that, but awesome sprite. I really do like Shiny Arbok. Here we have Altaria. This was a phase. This was not my target. Very cool to have, though. I went for the Dragon Dance Rest. Little known tech, if you're ever thinking of running a Natural Cure Altaria, if you rest and switch out, you are not asleep when you're back in the party. Natural Cure, it doesn't announce it. I think it announces it in the later games, but Natural Cure doesn't have like a message or anything when it goes off. So if you're poisoned and you switch out, the game doesn't say, oh, Natural Cure is occurring, you're no longer poisoned. You just switch out, and then when you look at your guy in the stats, he's not poisoned. So rest is like a nice to get out of jail free. I'm accidentally toxic or burned, and I want to escape. It's pretty fun, pretty cool. I do like Shiny Altaria. It's a nice sprite. Here we have Fortress. I do love Fortress. What a nice color. Not a whole lot to say about the set. Fortress is one of those Pokemon I like kind of hated as a kid because I wanted it to be like I wanted it to be strong. I wanted it to be an attacker, and that's just not his job. His job is to be defensive. So we set up a spike, maybe light screen, and then explode. Or if Earthquake will hit, maybe we just go with Earthquake. Fortress, he's very cool though. I like him a lot. Here we have Skarmory. Plays almost the exact same game, except he doesn't blow up. I really enjoyed this shiny hunt though. This is a fun one. There's a certain route where you can make Skarm like 87%, maybe it's 84. You make him like a super high percent with you use Magnet Pull and you use a certain repel trick. Oh yeah, level 16. So you use it at level 16. And this is also caught on this file, by the way. That's the OT of this. I think so was you? You were also? Yeah, you're the same one. Is anyone else? I don't think so. Just those guys. Unless there's another one somewhere else. Yeah. Well, so Magcargo is not great. This guy, he's a bit of a glorified egg heater. That's his best role, which I think is a very cool fact. Cause same deal with Xatu. Xatu is not like a really good special attacker, but he has really unique traits because he can have fly and he can have teleport, and the utility of those two moves is very cool. He isn't just the best battler ever, you know, but having those on one guy is very cool. And this, I believe this is the rarest shiny I own, when I really think about it. He's a 5% in Hoenn Safari. And there's a high chance he will just flee. I don't know what the flee rate is in Hoenn Safari, if it's as cruel as the Kanto Safari, but yeah, this is absolutely... And I caught this same year. Got this this year in Safari Week. Very cool. Unfortunately, he's like not very good. Some of these guys, these two, their movesets are kind of trash. And the next guy's moveset's even worse. So we got this... Wigglytuff and Jigglypuff. These guys were both rare. So when I did a shiny hunt for Swellow, you can find Wild Swellow on one of the routes. I guess it would say right here. Yeah, it's Route 115. There's a certain repel trick that makes it more common, and I got these two, which are like the rare finds on that route. So it's actually cool to have both. I figured I'd just EV train the Jigglypuff rather than just have two Wigglytuffs that suck. It's funny to have a Jigglypuff that also sucks. So the moveset, it's funnier for Jigglypuff. For Wigglytuff, it's okay. He has decent special attack, but like kind of bad moves. I should probably give him like Thunderbolt or something better. But Jigglypuff is just hilarious. Like, he's just got abysmal stats. So I went max HP, max attack, and I went with the biggest gamble for a moveset you could ever do. You just gotta pray that Sing goes off, and once that happens, then you gotta pray that Double Team is in your favor. And then you need one Defense Curl to go off. You just need it one, and then you fish with Rollout, and that's the whole gimmick. I don't know that I've ever gotten a KO with this, but man, would it be funny. What a funny set. Then we have this Clefairy, which I have yet to train. Why do you have these moves? I don't remember what I was doing. I know this is a, that's not a move, that's a tutor move. But why the hell do you have Solar Beam and Shockwave? You've never been in a battle. This is weird. I don't remember this guy. And then we have these guys, which I might go over in a different video. I think it might be funnier to go over in a different video. So we'll save them for another time. Here we have all my Dittos. I'm not the best breeder by any means. I usually will just go for a correct nature and whatever egg move, and then just wing it for stats. And if I get the 2 stats that matter for whatever that guy is, so say it's Jolteon, I only care about speed and special attack. I don't need a Jolteon with perfect HP. It would be nice. It would be good. But I usually am just satisfied rolling with the right nature and egg moves if I can get them. I don't even have a complete set. I'm missing some natures. I think that about does it for Emerald. There's one other thing. Yeah. So I mentioned a Mantine video, and that will come up soon. There we go, we've connected in. Alright, now we're looking at box. So I don't think I mentioned it too much. When my memory card got wiped, not only did I lose all of my cool shiny Pokemon I had, but I lost a full living dex. So over the last year, I haven't been too dedicated. As you can see, I'm mostly done though. It was not as difficult as a task as you might think, though I do owe a lot of that to a friend of mine. Because when I gave him my English Ruby, he like went out of his way to get a lot of annoying Pokemon to complete the dex. So that definitely helped out for the Hoenn set. But this is the worst page. If you're ever attempting this yourself, Johto is absolutely the hardest. Just pretend this is an Espeon. He looks a little different. All right, this is an Espeon. Yeah, these are the Pokemon I like to use for catching for certain shiny hunts. One trick I like a lot is to use Imprison. I don't think I hear many people talk about this as like a good way to defuse nasty Pokemon. So if you're say you're in Skypillar, you're in Skypillar and you run into a wild Dusclops. Well, Dusclops has Curse, and things can get out of hand pretty quick if you're not prepared. So I do like to set up same deal with that Perish Song. Imprison can just shut those moves down. So Imprison, highly recommend it. I'm also a very big advocate for using Seismic Toss over, what's that one? Hyper Fang, Super Fang, whatever the move is that cuts the Pokemon's HP in half. I'm a big arguer for Seismic Toss. If you go on Pokemon Showdown, if you type in a Smeargle, saying, oh, I'm fighting a level 44 Smeargle, what is a Smeargle's HP if it is 0 in IVs? So he has a 0 HP IV, it'll tell you, well, his HP is 72 at the absolute highest, or at the absolute lowest. So that can help you gauge whether using Seismic Toss is worth it, or if it's better to just use False Swipe. It's a very useful tool for shiny hunting level 100, or not level 100, excuse me, legendaries. Legendaries, it's very useful. If you're crazy, I guess you could use a lower level Smeargle, but Seismic Toss is very good. These guys are all just Illuminate at different levels, because it's very useful for repel tricks. Here we have some of those extra Poliwraths I have. These are just more Illuminate guys? I don't know why I got so many. These guys, again, these are all Repel Trick fellas. These guys have Static, or whatever the electric ability is. Shedinja is another really good, useful tool for certain shiny hunts. There's a lot of Pokemon that just can't touch them, so you throw out Shedinja, and if you use the move Spite. Spite lowers PP of certain moves that have gone off, so you just use Spite and you lower whatever the target's HP is, you get them all the way down, they got no moves left, they'll hit you one time with Struggle, and of course Shedinja dies, so you can bring in whatever your real threat is, which of course would be like a Smeargle, and now you can set up the rest of the shiny hunt. It's very good. I would strongly suggest that. This is just for Runaway. They used you for the Kyogre hunt, that's kind of funny. So as you see, it's most of a living dex. Not a whole lot to say about it, really. I feel like everyone who does a living dex, you see the exact same guys. Like, what is there to say? I think this part is kind of interesting, because I do have the Complete Unknown collection. And as you see, I've got 3 of them shiny. Now, you would think shiny hunting Unknown, it's like, what a waste, you know? What do you even do with them? He just sits in the box. Like, look at him. He's the letter N. What does he do? Like, he has one move. Odds are it's not even a type that is good. Like, what, his stats suck. But surprisingly, it's one of the most fun and most engaging shiny hunts I've ever done. I really did enjoy the unknown. I'm not going to complete the alphabet because that's really dumb. These guys are both 1%, and I think you're a 1%. That's really dumb. I'm not going to do that. But there was like a community event, and I had a lot of fun just completing the alphabet as well as collecting a couple. Here we have guys that have good EVs. At some point I will train them. I've been saying that for a long time. I think this is a 3-year-old Tentacruel. I keep saying I'm going to raise it. I know I will at some point. He has perfect attack and perfect special defense. I'll do it at some point. I just don't know when. This is that better Charmander I was talking about, by the way. This is some weird egg move nonsense. This is a pretty disorganized folder. I have no idea what... well, I know Corsola hands out Mirror Coat and Recover and Refresh and probably something else, Ancient Power. I don't know what egg move I wanted on you. I don't think you have any. This might have just been for breeding as well. And then here we have just like random junk. This is just stuff that's usually... I use these mostly as item fairies if I want to get a bunch of, like, say, dive balls onto a Fire Red file. There's no way to get dive balls in Fire Red, so the best way to do it, the way that I do it, is I will attach them all on one of my emeralds and usually clone the item there. So then I have all of these guys holding it, trade that into Fire Red, unequip them, and now I have like a stack of 30 or a stack of 60. So, yeah, not a whole lot to say about any of these guys. They're mostly just item fairies and other random Pokemon we picked up. I got a good Mudkip kicking around here somewhere. One that I almost trained instead of the one that I did end up training. One of these guys is good. So here we have the last thing that everyone's waiting for. This is the other alternative shiny folder. Actually, we'll start at the bottom here. These are the two. I refer to these as like poverty shinies. If you've ever played a gacha game, these are like free. So there was a kiosk that if your Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire had the bug where the berries didn't work, you could plug it in and you just got a free shiny Zigzagoon. And he was holding like a Salac berry or something. Really cool. It was pretty easy to just find the ROM and give myself one just because it's, you know, funny to have. But yeah, I definitely didn't hunt this one. Same deal with you. This Pichu, I think, was the same deal, but it was a Japanese event where you got eggs at random, and they were Pokemon with different moves. So you could get like a Ralts that had Charm, or a Ralts that had Wish, and like a Bagon with Iron Defense, or a Bagon with Wish. So in that, apparently Pichu just has like higher % of being shiny, so when I hatched one, that's how I got this guy. I was really confused at the time. I thought, what the hell? I have a shiny Pichu just trying to get one with Wish. That's kind of funny. But no, I think he has boosted odds as like a reference to how it was in Gen 2. These are some of the extra Gengar guys. I decided to just level up the crew so that I have all three. And I can just do what I like with the ones that have good stats, because I think these guys all have bad stats. Here's the Taillow and the Swellow. I got these guys doing the exact same shiny hunt. It really sucks that when I got the Swellow, he kind of sucks. His stats aren't very good. But it's an awesome sprite though. He just looks so cool. And I did get a Taillow along the way. Dusclops, I got this guy from Skypillar. And this was a random. This Spindo was a random. I would never shiny hunted one. I just happened to get one randomly. So very cool. Golbat. You know, what do you even say about it? I think every shiny hunter has one or multiple. See, because I used to have way more. I lost a bunch of shinies when that memory card lost, but I definitely don't miss a bunch of Golbats. The thing that I miss about it is that the other guys that I didn't EV train, because I had like a Geodude that I didn't EV train, and I probably should have, and I had a Dratini. That would have been cool to EV train, but I don't think there's much point like dwelling about it. They're easy to reclaim, and you know, that's just what happens. When the memory card gets corrupted, what do you do? Here we got a Whismur. This is also a random. I got this in that cave with Ditto, because I was trying to EV train something else, and I ran into Whismur. I had to Master Ball it because, as you see, he knows Roar. I wasn't sure if I could catch it otherwise, but I figured I may as well just be safe. May as well just catch him. Here we have an Onix. I would train this into a Steelix, but his stats are so bad. His stats are, he has like 0 in both defenses or something. Just Just annoying. He will probably spend his life as an Onix. This Magikarp I got while going for Feebas. Pretty cool. I do like shiny Magikarp a lot. It's a very nice sprite. This Doduo is from the Safari Zone. Same with Gloom here. I will train this one. This guy's definitely getting trained. And same with you. You're gonna get trained. I don't think I want to evolve this guy though, because having Compound Eyes and Thief, having a shiny Thief is pretty cool. Being able to go and grind items that way is very nice. But your ability changes when you evolve, and I don't really want to change your ability. So here I have an Eevee, and I'm convinced that Umbreon is the best route for you, because he's got high defenses but no HP, and of course he's adamant, so he's down special attacks, so that's like a death sentence if I want to do Jolt or Espeon. And of course no HP, so we can't do Vaporeon, so then that leaves the last two. So do we go for a Flareon and just accept that I have the worst Flareon ever, or should we go for an Umbreon when maybe try and salvage it? And I'm leaning towards that. And this guy, I don't have a lot to say about him. I know it's an awesome sprite. Most people would be very happy to have this guy. He is very cool. Most people that have this in Gen 3 get it in Colosseum. They don't have it from Leaf Green. I will be making a Mantine video to share my thoughts about this Pokemon. And then here we have Marowak. This is my most recent. I went back to Victory Road in the hopes of getting another Onix, because Onix is like 60%, so I figured it'd be pretty fast. And it wasn't very fast, but coming away with the Marowak is pretty cool. This guy's got decent stats. I definitely will train him at some point. So I think that's everything. I feel like I've shared pretty much everything. We see who I have as extra candidates for the Frontier, and some cool shinies that I've picked up along the way. Of course, I have a couple more here, but I'm planning to make a special video about these guys. So we'll worry about them another day. But these are the ones these guys see action in the Frontier, and sometimes outside the Frontier. This guy's hatched so many eggs for me. So that's it. I think this video has probably gone on long enough, and I've probably rambled and said more than I really should, so I think I'll just cut it here. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you next time. Hey kid, you want to see an illegal Pokemon? You never saw me with these Pokemon. There's a glitch you can perform in the Battle Pike, and with it you can give any of your Pokemon sketch, and I've done that to give my Caesar here some illegal moves. You never saw me with these Pokemon, I never had them.